everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Chika Samuels here, your certified integrative health practitioner. I am so glad to have you here. I hope you can hear and see me. So you're welcome to Wellness Wednesday, our household wellness show where we're discussing everything, alternative recipes and remedies, from homemade not toxic recipes to healthy food to cookbooks, frequently asked questions on wellness, debunking, fertility and wellness trending myths. Here we're bringing also medical practitioners on the show, on DIY healthy treats and recipes and all that. Everything from smoothie to periods to pregnancy, anti-aging, skincare, kids health, everything that you need to be well and strong to pursue those dreams, to go and achieve results. We'll be discussing those on this show. My name is Chika Samuels. Like I said, I am your certified Boston trained integrative health practitioner. If you have not met me, where have you been? I'm glad to have you here. So here we integrate all forms of medicine. Yes, because all forms of medicine work, right? And we are all using them as tools, because I've come to understand that diseases don't just show up, right? They show up like symptoms, they show up like unwellness feelings, and that's when you cannot be diagnosed, by a practitioner for it to be called a particular disease. A patient once told me that So Precious simply helps you know the missing factor, because there is always a missing factor, right? The body was made to self-heal itself. Even when it encounters, diseases or symptoms, it was made to heal itself. So when those imbalances are not there, when those balances are not there, then you have symptoms, right? So we help you find the missing link, right? So as a natural health practitioner, we're integrating all forms of medicines as tools to help you heal yourself. So today we're zooming into fluorides, right? And the topic says well for itself: fluoride deception. It's going to be a long series. So today we're starting, with fluoride, especially in toothpaste and drinking water. And if time allows, we could go a little bit into, your beverages, your soda drinks, your fizzy drinks, because it's important that you know this. The people that suffer are the ignorant people. When you're well informed, you're able to make informed decisions, protect your family, make, informed decisions. And I'm conscious about this because the woman in most families are the woman is the one that decides what is eaten in the home in most families, right? Some families are do it yourself. Everybody is catering for themselves and feeding themselves. It's just fine. But most traditional average families, the woman is the decision maker on what the family eats. So I am excited to empower today's urban woman to be sure that you are not using your money to buy poisons. You are not breeding sicknesses and diseases waiting to happen by the decisions on the food types, where you shop, what you shop, and what you're bringing home and making for your family, right? So I'm zooming a little bit at kids, because I made a post and I said that the targets are from the 2-year-olds to about 7 to 8 year old. It's a target, it's a deliberate act, because kids averagely, proportionally, they drink more water, they breathe more air, they eat more food than the adults, right? And this makes them, these are 3 key sources where toxins get in contact with the body. And because they do this more than the average adult, they are, more exposed to higher concentrations of toxins from these 3 inputs, right? From what you apply on the skin, from the air they breathe, the water they drink, right? This, they are more exposed to higher concentration of these toxin chemicals. And it's actually, we find it in a lot of faces, in a lot of, sorry, I have to present to you what I'm eating, so that when I'm eating them, So there has been this debate on the So Precious wellness community. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Let me know in the comment section. I don't know. I just know I love to eat it. So I don't know if it's a fruit or a vegetable. And let your answer be backed up with facts. Why do you call it a vegetable? Why do you call it a fruit, right? I love cherry potatoes or small sized potatoes. From the farm, you can see how small it is. Have you seen potatoes as big as fitting your arms? GMO potatoes, tomatoes, I don't know. Maybe I want to eat potatoes. That's why I keep mentioning potatoes. Tomatoes, yes. Have you seen the large size, humongous, like onion size, tomatoes? They exist. I've seen them. But these are from the farm. You can see they are really small. So I have here almost cherry tomatoes. I have blueberries, organic blueberries. You can see they're really tiny, and I have your grapes, right? Then what makes every mom get fat? Have eaten strawberries. This is how my son eats strawberries. This boy. So, because there must not be waste, he tries to avoid eating the leaf. So whenever he remains it like this, I have to eat it. We cannot waste it, right? So I'll be nibbling on those. And I'm going to also stay with me to the end of this show. I'm not just going to be telling you what the problem is. I'm going to be introducing you to safer alternatives, okay? If we say you shouldn't use chlorine, you shouldn't use bleach, you shouldn't use fluoride toothpaste, I'm going to be introducing you to, what I use in my home. I'm going to be introducing you to some of the ingredients that I use, maximum 3-4 ingredients. And what natural says, this coconut oil, what I showed you previously was your organic apple cider vinegar. I'm also going to introduce you to my favorite unscented, no paraben, no plastic, no nonsense, no GMO deodorant for those that cannot go without it. And I'm going to also tell you, if time, maybe we might not be able to in this episode. We're going to, when we're talking about, today we're focusing on kids and fluoride. By the time we start talking about skincare products, safer skincare products, I'm going to tell you the organic sources, right, and alternative options that you can get for skincare products that are safer for your kids, for their shower, for, because there are so many of them out there that the term organic, and I'm going to explain to you why. What the term organic is very generic, right? It's very relative, and how that can be very deceitful. Then I have my big jar of, herbal tea that I'm going to be sipping if there is need, and a glass of water. I take a lot of water when I talk a lot, and I talk a lot very frequently because I'm a health coach. So I engage with people a whole lot. So I don't know if time allows, I'm going to show you my 100% handmade soap. I'm going to introduce you to all of this, but let's dive into why these environmental exposures are, very, very considerate and quite alarming. The cancer rate in children have increased from 26% between 1975 to 1998, and that you can imagine since 1998 urbanization, how urbanization has improved and how this rate would have increased till now. In the last 25 years, the number of children who suffer from asthma has doubled to more than 8%. Nearly 12 million children have one or more learning, developmental, or behavioral disability. The evidence is clear, brothers and sisters. The evidence is clear. The future of our children are at stake. And there is no mistake. It's not a mistake that you are unable to get organic skincare products and food products for your children. It's not a mistake that they are being bullied in class when they come to school with rice, with yam, with eba, with potato, with natural foods, right? And they are celebrated when you give them fries, baked food, bacon, cured meat, burger, noodles. It's deliberate. It's not a mistake that these things, the wrong things that you shouldn't buy, are right in your face, and they're fast to cook, they're easy to source, and the right things that you're supposed to bring home are difficult to find. It is very deliberate. Okay, so the chemicals that are building up in the children's body should not be found in consumer products. They shouldn't have anywhere, around, the consumer products that we are buying for these kids. And there is a recent, we call it the Dirty Dozens. I often recommend the EWG, is the Environmental Working Group. It's a very simple app. They have the app. The app is called the Health Working Group. But if you're checking it on URL on Google, you see the EWG. You can check ewg.com. It's an organization, an NGO that has been globally recognized, where you can actually check the toxicity levels and hidden ingredients that are not in the label of the product that you're buying from your supermarket and from your shops. And they tell you the ratings. I shared a couple, earlier on in our group. The top 12 cancer-causing products, they call them the Dirty Dozens. Every year, EWG publicizes what we call these Dirty Dozens. Okay, in the average, the top 12 cancer-causing products in the average home include 1, and this is not an advert. I'm reading this from research. This is not to diss any product. I'm just telling you what you can actually even find when you do your own research. 1 top on the list is your Johnson & Johnson baby powder with talc. Your Crest Tartar Control toothpaste is very, very common. Your VO5 hair conditioner is very common in hair salons. Your Chlorion Nice and easy hair control, your Ajax cleanser. I'm going to put this in the comments when I have a moment so that you can actually also do your research yourself. And the source of this research, Lyson disinfectant. This is also very popular, especially in the shops that sell imported products in Nigeria. You find this, the source of this information is coming from the National Cancer Prevention Coalition. And some of the products that have been found to contain formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is what you know that is used for preserving dead bodies. Some of the products that have been found to contain formaldehyde is your antiperspirant, your mouthwash, your toothpaste, your baggies, your floor waxes, your furniture polishes, and all that. Toothpaste can contain, quite a number of harmful ingredients, such as ammonium, colors, artificial colors, ethanol, fluoride, mineral oil, saccharin. These are all classified carcinogenic ingredients. They have been found to contain cancer, concerns, subject concerns, also concerning causing thyroid issues in adults and also in young adolescents. So as a matter of fact, as of April 1997, toothpaste is required to carry a poison control information on the label, even as a small amount can harm or kill a small child. It's just that the label, look at your toothpaste, your regular average toothpaste, it is very tiny. You almost will have to use a microscope to find the labeling, but it's there, right? In most cases, however, you won't find much on the label, and that is the tricky part. That right there is the tricky part, because there's no requirement of manufacturers to actually disclose what is in their product. Right? So what you find there is they say, warning, keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. But they draw Spider-Man and Paw Patrol on it and all that, and tell you that is, doctors and dentistry recommended and all that. And they say if you accidentally swallow more than used for brushing, get medical help or contact Poison Control Center right away. How are you going to control that with a 2-year-old that you're giving that toothpaste to brush? How are you going to control what they swallow? They are definitely going to swallow it. They are only, unless maybe when they become like 4 or 5, like I have a 5-year-old. I just know that it was from last year that he was able to start, when he said, okay, brush, because we brush together. That's how I taught him to brush. So I'm on the other side of his brushing. We are brushing up, down left, down right, tongue out, So we brushed together. So it was just last year that I was able to make, he's able to gargle and spit out. Before then, they are swallowing the thing. And it's coming with a disclaimer that if they swallow more than necessary, how are you going to control that as a parent? You don't have control over them. So you have to ensure that what you're giving them to put in their mouth is something that is food grade. And if they swallow it, you can be sure that it's not going to give them any issues, right? And I'm going to read some facts to you. While some prevalent issues. Now we are having children having autism, a lot of them. We're having children having all kinds of diseases, juvenile diabetes, and we're like, what is the child eating? How did this? It's coming from these things. So next time you comfort yourself in the bathroom, mouth full of foam, you're taking another look at the toothpaste tube. Most of them are associated with fluoride, okay? And they tell you, it gives you fewer visits to the dentist, it gives you better dentition and all that. Yet the story of fluoride and how it's ended up being added to the toothpaste and drinking water is a very fantastic tale. And I told that story in my book, my best-selling book, which I'm going to talk about again, later, the impact of toxins on your fertility and your health. I really told that story because it's a story that is not resounding in mainstream media as loud as it should, and it's deliberate. These things are not accidental. It's very deliberate that it's not heard of, right? Because fluoride lies in the core, elemental core of the greatest fortune the world has ever had. That's why you find that the label is very dramatic. They tell you control poison, then they're telling you they should control how much that they swallow. How are you going to control that? The same potent chemical that is used to enrich uranium for nuclear weapons, to prepare the nerve gas, to wrestle molten steel and aluminum from the earth's core, is what is being added to the children's toothpaste. It's the same ingredient, right? So the first lift, forget, they tell you first thing in the morning, last thing at night, they flavor it with peppermint, strawberries, draw spice, banana, and all that. It's all deliberate. The first leaf that is performed, on fluoride more than 50 years ago, it has fooled a lot of people. And that's why I published that book, the toxin book, the impact of toxin on your fertility and health, because it's an eye-opener. I have not seen one person that read that book and did not shake like, are you kidding me right now? And really, how come this is not on Google? How come nobody can read about this? It's all deliberate, right? So fluoride's ugly side has almost entirely, escaped the public gaze. And this is all tales that are coming from the atomic bomb program in World War II. It's a whole lot of story. And I told that in my book. You need to get it, right? It's very, very important. Someone was asking about tap water. Don't even talk about that. Don't drink tap water. It's not any different. You have no idea where it's coming from. If you are even very sensitive with your nose, you would strongly smell chlorine, you will strongly smell lead. If you have a nose as good as mine, probably because I run a lot of labs, you will strongly smell fluorides, okay? And these metals and these minerals, you can't boil them out. Someone say, I boil my water and I drink. I laugh. Maybe I'll have a series where I'm really going to talk about water, your source of water. If you smell very well, you will smell the, medicine in the tap water, because the water from your toilet, especially if you're living in the Western world, UK, US, they are recycled. They are not spring water. They are not bringing spring water from the mountains and from the seas into your tap. It is recycled water from your poo-poo water. Yes. And they are facts. We're going to share a lot of links, that you can go and do your research and read up for yourself. They are not bringing new water. They are recycling the water, just filtering the, physical microorganisms and putting back all the, hard minerals and hard metals, heavy metals back into your tap. Okay, so they say if you add chlorine to your water, it kills the bacteria, but it's also killing the bacteria in your gut. Whatever is killing the good bacteria will kill the bad bacteria. That is why I am antibiotics. I am against antibiotics because it wipes both the good and the bad bacteria. And that's why you start having people having digestive issues, gut system issues, and all that. So fluoride in your stomach, that swallows in, goes to your stomach, it goes to your liver, it goes to your blood. You cannot poo-poo it out until it creates the mess that it wants to create. Okay, we'll have parasites in your water also. We're going to have a time when we're really going to talk about drinking water, your runoff water, and how you can actually source very affordable water filters that you can, clean to your tap and all that, and you can have this good source of water coming into your home, right? So let's zoom in again. When I actually, very, very funny, I actually asked ChatGPT, about fluoride and its role. I'll just read to you what I found. It said fluoride is a mineral that has been added to toothpaste and water supplies in many countries to prevent tooth decay and promote dental health, right? However, there have been concerns raised about potential negative health impacts associated with fluoride exposure, particularly in high concentration. Look at what they said. It's important to know that the vast majority of scientific research supports the safe and effective use of fluoride for dental health. Safe and effective how? For a 2-year-old. But I will outline some of the concerns that have been raised. This is pure lie in plain sight. Okay, now I talked about some of the issues like dental fluorosis. I one of the times when I traveled, one of the floors where I went to meet a friend in their office, they had a dentist on that level. From downstairs, like 7 floors, right? From downstairs, this was in the US. From downstairs, you'll be hearing the children. I find my friend will tell you when you're coming, just, don't be on a call or be on a meeting, because the tantrums of the children, their parents are trying to drag them up to the dentist. You see children, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, they're already removing their teeth. What are they eating? Lollipops, candies. Fluorides are in these things. Heavy metals are in these things. In the drinking water, and especially in the toothpaste that they are giving their children to. And someone will ask, how are these guys used a lot of money. Some of them took student loans to train to be dentists and all that. They're going to make money, right? If nobody comes to remove their teeth and have dental issues. They are not going to make some money, right? Sad as it is, but that is the world we are living in, right now. That's the sad truth. I have a lot of doctor friends. I respect conventional medicine, but we have to say the truth where it applies, right? Skeletal fluorosis, these are the things, that, long exposure, because they use it to brush in the morning, use it to brush at night. And because of that, they like the thing is sweetened with strawberry, with flavor, so they like to swallow it. They don't even like to gargle out the thing. So it's long-term exposure or high levels of fluorides. We're going to discuss at the end of this show. Don't go anywhere. Where I'm going to be sharing with you the type of toothpaste, how you can even make your own homemade. It's only 3 ingredients. It's not difficult. You can flavor it with essential oils to how they want, natural essential oils. And you can make your own toothpaste. You can make your own deodorant. You can make your own anything, really. It doesn't take more than 4 ingredients. And I tell people it's a rule of thumb. When you're shopping or there is a new product that I want to, like this Tums. This Tums is one of my, I'm a chemical minimalist. Those of you that know, right? So one of my deodorants that when I want to, right? Maybe when it's a very hot day and I want to, it's Tums, right? This is not an advert, right? I just share products with my community that, I have seen that works. And one of the rule of thumbs I always say is, when you see a product and it has more than 5, 6, 7 ingredients, there is a problem. What are they trying to, maybe you see something, they say, anti-scar or anti-stretch mark, there's one of them I have shared with you before. If you look at it, it looks like Ororo, right? They'll tell you it's anti-stretch mark or anti-scar, oil, natural oil. It has about 20 ingredients. That's scary. Because in the midst of that 20 ingredients, anything can seep in and, you wouldn't know. They can see this is no aluminum, which is very, very important for the deodorant. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that their skin absorbs a lot more than their mouth does. Anything you're applying on your skin is going straight to your blood. If you swallow poison with your mouth, because of taste, you could spit it out, right? You can go and gargle and spit it out. But when you are applying something on your skin, it's going straight to your blood vessels. There's no, filter, right? And especially if you're bleaching your skin. So the top level, of the dermis, the skin layer that should do the filtration, you've already scraped it out with the chemicals. So it goes straight to the blood vessels. And you're wondering why you're having unusual cravings. You're wondering how you're having thyroid issues. You're wondering why the miscarriages are happening. Because they are going straight to your blood without filtration. So you can see this, no aluminum, no parabens. These are the things that you should look out for when you are, and it's unscented, no fragrance, odor protection, long lasting. The ingredients are about 4 ingredients. That's what you have there. Make it as, simple as possible. This is coconut oil, right? When you see coconut oil and you're reading the ingredients and you're having, this is just coconut oil, no fragrance, nothing. And it's in glass, you know me. I am anti-plastic, right? I am anti-plastic in any way that I can. I try to avoid plastic. So back to the fluoride story. I told you that I asked ChatGPT, and he talked about neurological concerns. It says some studies have suggested a possible link between high fluoride exposure and neurodevelopmental issues in children. Talk about asthma. Talk about neurological breakdowns, nervous breakdowns in children, children having learning disabilities. They are not able to act their age, autism and all that. That's what they're telling you, right? And endocrine disruption. There have been concerns about fluoride potential to interfere with endocrine system, but most of these concerns are based on animal studies. They are saying using fluoride levels much higher than what is commonly encountered in human. It is worth mentioning that most major health organizations continue to support the use of fluoride. This is what they are preaching to you for dental health, right? They emphasize that when used appropriately and within, are you hearing the condition that they're using to exempt themselves? When used appropriately and within recommended levels. How many laymen know the recommended levels? How do we judge the recommended levels from the toothpaste? I will now go and shop for toothpaste. I'll be looking at whether it's within recommended levels. Who does that really? Right? But listen to this. This is a recent research. Potential impact of low-level fluoride exposure on reproductive health outputs. Yes, for adults. The toothpaste could be the reason why you are infertile. Fluoride exposure is been found to be associated with late pubertal development and decrease testosterone production in adolescent and adult males. Have you seen children, 4 years, they are developing breasts? Have you seen girls? I'm talking about boys now. Have you also seen girls that are having early puberty? That's what it's talking about. They are having their menses at age 7, age 8. They're developing breasts at that age. Have you seen them? So childhood fluoride exposure was found to be associated with a late pubertal development among boys from age 10 to 17. These are all research, and we're going to share the link so that you can also go and read for yourself. Okay, so to get particular non-fluoride brands that I used, I said that because of time right now, we need to be wrapping up. So I shared all these details in my book, The Untold Impact of Toxins on Your Health and Fertility. I will have shared the information on the comment section. Just send me toxin-free ebook. Send that message to WhatsApp on that number. If you're in Nigeria, if you're outside Nigeria, +234 8062808307. If you're in Nigeria, it's 08062808307. Please do not call. I will not pick the call. I am often in health sessions with paid clients, so it's difficult for me to put calls. But the fastest way to get my attention is the WhatsApp message. Just send the message and we'll send you the book at a very small fee. It's 10,000 naira. Yes. So that would show you, how, chapter 1, we talked about learning about the chemicals around you, because these chemicals are in plain sight. They're in the floor wax, they're in the detergent you're using to wash the heavy metals, they're in your tap water, what kind of filters you should need, how you can prepare your own deodorant, how you can prepare your own toothpaste for your kids, how you can prepare their. Even in the book, I also made prescriptions of some of these safer alternatives where you can get them also, in town, in supermarkets that have these things, right? Okay, so in chapter 2, we talked about avoiding toxins and the chemical minimalists, right? Okay, it's showing me that. Please let me know if you can still hear me. I'm not sure if I'm still connected. I saw a. So in chapter 2 of the book, I talked about avoiding toxins, the chemical minimalist part to detox. In chapter 4, I talked about more facts on indoor air pollution. And in chapter 5 of the book, I talked about creating a safe and healthy home. Know your toxins ABC, because you can only deal with the problem that you have discovered, right? If you don't know that the problem exists, you are going to suffer the suffer of ignorance, and this shows in diseases and illnesses. Okay, then I'll also introduce you to how to make aftershave toners for our men. You only need 5 items. I told you 5 items to clean your home. You don't need the chlorine bleach. I'm going to show you the safer alternative for it. It's all listed in that book, right? And also the book gives you an opportunity for you to take our free toxicity test and what to do about it, right? I hope you have gained value today. Like I said, this is episode 1. We are going to go into, it's a long discussion. There is a lot to talk about. And these things are what is making our children sick. You see children, they are in and out of hospital. What are they eating? You're not doing anything wrong. It's just ignorance. You just don't know that you're using your money to buy the wrong things. And that is what this show is about. On Wellness Wednesday, we are debunking this myth. We are bringing to your awareness these things because they are not spoken as much as they should be spoken about. And people are using their hard-earned money to buy these poisons. If only they knew, right? So a lot of times I always say, if the mom knows better, she will shop better. But because she doesn't know, she's using her money to bring in poison into the house. So get the free toxin book today. It's very important. And it's a very small book. You can finish it in one day. But that book is loaded. Really, I poured out myself in that book. It has a lot of research links. You can go and read more. It has a lot of recipes. I have over 25 recipes on how to make this household skincare products for you and your family. And you can get that in that book. You can use the link in the comment section to get the book today. You can send a WhatsApp message, Toxin Frame Book, to the number that I showed that is showing on the comments, and you get the book today. It's very, very important. So next week, we are going to continue. We'll meet here every Wednesday, 2 p.m. GMT plus more. Ensure you bring your people, because how are you going to do someone this? How are you going to tell someone this is what you experienced? It is better heard, right? And you have an opportunity. That's the opportunity of being in a live program, you have the opportunity to ask your questions, right, and get answers. But if you're not in the live session, you're already watching a replay and you have missed the opportunity to ask questions. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to, giving back, right? It is not paid, you're joining free. So get in your 4 minutes, even if you're at work or something, you can, put on your earpiece and listen in, and you get a lot of value. Next week, we're going to be building into this. Today, we talked about the toothpaste and fluoride. We're going to build into fluoride deception and other ways that is also encrypting into your household and poisoning and making your household and your loved ones sick. Till we meet next week, keep living the best life that you can. And before I let you go, I must tell you, if you're trying for a child, we're having our 7-day fertility detox coming in. If you are planning to go for Christmas and meet your in-laws with your first trimester skipped and done, well done and dusted, this is for you, right? I had been in previous months there had been a backlog of one-on-one, fertility clients that we had. I had to give them my attention. So we stopped, taking in clients. We stopped running this is the first, and it's going to be the last, fertility we're going to have after the 7 days fertility detox challenge. It is going to funnel into the 4 weeks group fertility coaching program. And it's going to be the first and the last we're having this year, because we have so many people on the waiting list that had already paid since early this year that we need to attend to. So ensure that you join the waiting list. The link to join the waiting list for the upcoming 7 days fertility detox challenge is on the comment section. Join the waiting list, send a message, right, and use the link in the comment section to join the waiting list, because once the class is full, we can't take in anymore, right? And it's just a token to join. I think $20, that's 20,000 naira to join. So if you're trying for a child and you don't want 2023 to pass you by, this is your opportunity. Don't miss it, right? And take advantage of it also. The comment will be on the means for you to get it to be on the comment section. If also you are trying for a child, we have our Amazon best-selling fertility book. I get very emotional, but I have authored 7 health books that are bestsellers. But the very first one that sold out in its first week of publication, the first week of launch, it sold out. Its first 1,000 copy was the, Getting Pregnant with Ease. It was a book that I told my story, about how I overcame 7 years of infertility using a holistic medicine, using holistic, natural recipes, giving back to help people that are currently where I was with the tools that I won with. And it's in a book. I've shared everything with you. And there is no one person that read that book that doesn't come back with a testimony. So get that book. The link to also get the book, you can get it on Kindle. You can get it on Amazon. It's an Amazon bestseller. It's also available in Port Harcourt. It's in major cities. It's in Lagos. It's in UK. It's in America. Just let us a location and we'll get it to you. But know that delivery fee is borne by the receiver, right? So till we meet next week, I'm excited to start this with you. Keep living healthy and keep giving the world your best. I look forward to seeing more of you with your friends next week. Bye-bye.